There's been a huge fire at Luton Airport. I actually live very close by to the airport, and I could see smoke billowing from my window during the early hours of the morning. Loud bangs, which were actually the cars exploding in a car park. So this is in and near the drop-off zone. So it's been pretty catastrophic. So there's been a huge impact to all flights last night in the early hours of the morning. Flights have now resumed since about 3 p.m., not all flights. However, passengers are being given various options if their flights are cancelled. I have heard a lot of issues with people having to divert their planes in the middle of the night and going to different airports. They were then given taxis back to Luton Airport. However, the big issue here is that the cars were unable to get to Luton Airport. So the roads have been very blocked and passengers have been dropped off near the airport. The drop-off zone still hasn't opened at Luton Airport. So for passengers trying to get to Luton Airport, even though flights have resumed, you're going to have to go to a different car park. There's been a temporary drop-off zone that's been introduced. So people are able to get there, but it's going to take them a little bit longer. Journeys are still interrupted. Also, the Luton Dart, which is the fast train that's just been introduced, that's still out of action. So people are going to have to find alternative ways to get to Luton Airport if they're flying today. There's no evidence to suggest that this is anything sinister. It was just, what officials are saying is it was just a diesel car that started the initial fire. And because it was in a car park, therefore a chain reaction occurred with the fuel and a huge disaster happened where the car park actually collapsed and 1,500 vehicles were destroyed in this accident.
On arrival, my officers were faced with a severe and rapidly spreading fire involving a large number of vehicles that ultimately spread to multiple floors and involved a partial collapse of the car park.
It could be a few days until things are properly running at a normal pace again. At the moment, things are operating, but they're operating much slower. It's hard to tell how long it will take because of the nature of the incident. It means that people could still struggle to get to the airport, and safety is a huge concern here. So people don't want to reopen the car parks until it's fully safe to do so. And there's a lot of construction work going on there at the moment. I can sort of hear it whenever I'm driving past. So it could take a few days, maybe even weeks to get it up and running again. However, flights are still operating. So it's important to check with your airline to make sure it's still running.